Welcome, everyone. Today, we are here to explore a gripping and mysterious story. The title of our presentation is The Mysterious Death of Zubeen Garg, Tragedy, Conspiracy, and Justice. We will delve into the untimely demise of a beloved icon, the heartbreak it caused across the nation, and the ongoing quest for truth amidst unanswered questions. So, let's get started and uncover the story behind this compelling case. On 19th September 2025, a tragic event unfolded that shook the entire region. Zubeen Garg, who is widely regarded as Assam's most cherished musical voice and a true cultural ambassador, tragically drowned. This happened during what was supposed to be a joyful yacht trip off the coast of Singapore, part of his promotional tour for an international music festival. Initially, Singapore authorities classified his death as an accidental drowning, and they found no evidence to suggest foul play at the scene. This incident not only marked a personal loss, but also a significant moment for Assam and its cultural identity. His return to Assam was met with immense grief. Over 1 million mourners came out to pay their final respects, reflecting just how deeply he was loved and admired. The state government honored him with full honors, including a 21-gun salute, recognizing his monumental contribution to Assamese culture. This story underscores the profound impact one individual can have on a community and highlights the importance of celebrating and remembering those who shape our cultural landscape. Assam in mourning, a state shuts down. For 7 days, the entire state was gripped by grief. Educational institutions closed their doors, and bustling markets fell silent. Everything came to a halt. This collective mourning was truly unprecedented in recent Assamese history, showing just how deeply Zubeen touched the hearts of the people. On the national stage, Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid tribute, calling Zubeen the brightest gem of Assamese culture, emphasizing how his voice united generations and crossed linguistic boundaries. It was a recognition of not just his talent, but his role as a cultural unifier. Thousands of devoted fans gathered at his cremation, creating a powerful scene of farewell. They chanted Jai Zubeen Da and sang his most iconic songs, an emotional tribute and a touching farewell to their beloved cultural hero. This moment reminds us of how one artist's influence can bring a community together in deep mourning and respect. Let's talk about how suspicions started to rise after the tragedy. Initially, many people believed it was an accident, but soon an avalanche of complaints began pouring into police stations across Assam. Over 60 formal complaints emerged within just a few days, each alleging foul play and calling for a proper murder investigation instead of accepting the drowning as an accident. Then there were some explosive allegations. Bandmate Shekhar Jyoti Goswami made shocking accusations, directly naming the manager Siddharth Sharma and the festival organizer Shyamkanu Mahanta. He claimed there was a deliberate poisoning plot, orchestrated to eliminate the beloved singer, which added a new layer of suspicion and intrigue. Lastly, conspiracy theories also pointed to the choice of location, Singapore, as suspicious. Many argued that selecting a foreign jurisdiction could be a strategic move to complicate investigations and hide evidence of premeditated murder. This theory ties into the overall theme of suspicion and the possibility that there was more to this tragedy than meets the eye. Now, let's look at the latest developments in the investigation. The police have moved quickly and detained 5 individuals whose proximity to Zubeen raised immediate red flags. Among those arrested are his trusted manager Siddharth Sharma, festival organizer Shyamkanu Mahanta, some fellow band members who were present during the voyage, and his personal security officers responsible for his safety. These arrests suggest that investigators are focusing on everyone closely connected to Zubeen, trying to piece together what really happened. In addition to these arrests, serious criminal charges have been filed. These include culpable homicide not amounting to murder under Section 304 of the IPC, which indicates that authorities believe there might have been negligence or reckless behavior involved. There's also a conspiracy charge under Section 120B, pointing to possible planning or collusion, and charges of causing death by negligence under Section 304A. Furthermore, investigators have uncovered financial irregularities. They found suspicious transactions totaling crores of rupees, including unexplained transfers from Zubeen's charitable foundation just weeks before his death. This points to potential financial motives or misconduct that could be linked to the case. All these points highlight the complexity of the investigation and the serious allegations being considered. They also emphasize how the investigation is not just about the cause of death, but also about uncovering any underlying motives or misconduct. This is a crucial part of understanding the full picture in this ongoing case. On this slide, I want to highlight some eyewitness accounts and conflicting narratives that raise important questions. Several witnesses on the yacht described seeing Zubeen in a very alarming state. They reported that he was gasping desperately for breath, with visible froth coming from both his mouth and nostrils. These are classic signs of poisoning or a severe medical emergency, which makes his condition seem more urgent than what was officially acknowledged. Now here's where things get troubling. The manager, Siddharth Sharma, allegedly dismissed these serious symptoms as just acid reflux. Instead of urging immediate medical help, he discouraged others from seeking emergency assistance, which could have delayed critical treatment, possibly with fatal consequences. And then there's the so-called swimmer's paradox. Zubeen was known among friends and family as an accomplished and confident swimmer with years of experience. So, the official explanation that he drowned seems hard to believe when you consider his aquatic skills. This inconsistency prompts us to question whether there was more to his death than a simple drowning. All of these points connect to our larger theme, questioning the official narrative and considering what might have really happened. Let's start with the official probes into this case. In India, specifically in Assam, the police took swift action by forming a high-powered special investigation team. This team was led by the special DGP Munna Prasad Gupta, and their main task was to uncover the complete truth behind the mysterious death. Their focus was on thorough investigation, ensuring no stone was left unturned. At the same time, Singapore authorities launched their own independent forensic investigation. This parallel inquiry shows how complex and international this case really is. They estimated it would take around 3 months to gather all necessary evidence, conduct autopsies, and interview witnesses. This dual approach highlights the importance of transparency and the need for detailed, meticulous investigations. To maintain public confidence and ensure transparency, the Assam government also set up a judicial commission. This commission is headed by a sitting Guwahati High Court judge and is responsible for monitoring all the investigative proceedings. It's a crucial step to ensure that everything is done fairly, openly, and with judicial oversight. All these steps, dual investigations and judicial oversight, are vital in building trust and ensuring that justice is served in this complex and sensitive case. Now, moving on to the public's response, we see a powerful wave of outcry and demand for justice. Cultural organizations like the prestigious Assam Sahitya Sabha, along with numerous other cultural bodies and artists' guilds, really stepped up. They organized massive rallies, calling for a thorough and impartial investigation, one that's free from political interference or cover-ups. This shows how deeply the community cares and how united they are in seeking the truth. At the same time, investigators issued urgent appeals for all Assamese expatriates who were in Singapore during the yacht trip to come forward and share their testimonies. These accounts could be vital in piecing together exactly what happened, especially since every piece of information is crucial in such complex cases. And then there's the digital movement. Social media really exploded with the hashtag Justice for Zubeen. It went viral, with millions of posts and shares, drawing international attention to the case. Public discourse was largely focused on holding those responsible accountable and uncovering the truth. All of these efforts, public rallies, expatriate testimonies, and the social media campaign, highlight how the community is rallying together, demanding justice, and keeping this case very much in the spotlight. It's a clear demonstration of collective resilience and the relentless pursuit of truth. Let's consider some of the key questions that still remain unanswered. First, the medical paradox. Why was Zubeen, who we know suffered from epilepsy, allowed to go on an extended sea voyage aboard a yacht, especially when medical advisories clearly warned against such activities because of the risks associated with seizures in aquatic environments? It's a critical point because it raises questions about decision-making and safety protocols. Next, we have the final moments on St. John's Island. What exactly happened during those crucial minutes? Who was present at the time? What conversations took place? And why do we think that distress signals may have been ignored or dismissed? These questions highlight the mystery surrounding the circumstances of the incident and suggest possible negligence or even something more deliberate. Finally, we face the broader issue of whether this was a conspiracy or simply a tragic combination of medical emergency and oversight. Will the ongoing investigations be able to determine if trusted confidants premeditated this as a murder, or if it was just a terrible accident fueled by misjudgment and negligence? These unanswered questions keep the case open and underscore the complexity of what we're trying to understand. They remind us that, despite the evidence, there are still many pieces missing in this puzzle. As we reach the conclusion, it's clear that the quest for truth surrounding Zubeen Garg's untimely death is far from over. His passing remains shrouded in mystery, contradictions, and suspicion, which has deeply affected not just Assam, but the entire nation. This situation has sparked a wave of grief combined with a sense of righteous anger, as people desperately seek answers. The ongoing investigations by Indian and Singaporean authorities are more than just procedural steps. They represent the collective hope of a grieving community for closure, clarity, and accountability. We see here how justice isn't just about legal processes. It's about healing a community and honoring a cultural icon. While the wheels of justice may turn slowly, there's no doubt that Zubeen Garg's extraordinary legacy endures. He was not only a musical genius and Assam's cultural icon, but also a beloved son whose influence continues to inspire millions. His memory refuses to fade into silence, reminding us of the power of art and identity. And as we conclude, I want to leave you with these powerful words. Truth cannot remain buried forever. Justice will prevail for our Zubeen Da. This sentiment echoes the resilience and hope of Assam and all those who continue to seek the truth.